Hi, welcome back again to my channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, who has liked, who has left a comment. I really appreciate you and it does encourage me. If you're yet to subscribe, I want to invite you to subscribe for free. The button is just down below the video. So please subscribe to this channel, give it a like, give it a comment. It goes a long way and it pushes this content to more people. I hope to see you soon. Today we're going to my family house in Nigeria and it's been so long. I can't believe it's been almost 11 years. I know I've said this a lot of times, but it does not feel like it's been that long, but it's been that long. And then later today, I have to catch a flight to the eastern part of Nigeria to go see my aunt. It's a surprise visit. So finally arrive at home and yeah, it's so familiar at the same time. I'm like, it hasn't really changed. Everything just feels like it hasn't changed, but it's probably my brain that is like what it was, but it has changed at the same time. It's like it hasn't changed. I remember the colors of the wall. I remember all these fixtures. I remember this beautiful gift I gave my mom. It was like my first big girl purchase for her. I was in A-levels and I had a little bit of money from the pocket money they're giving me, and I was like, yes, I gotta buy my mom this nice frame for her birthday gift. And I actually ended up bringing it back with me to Canada. It happens to be a club close to the house, and yeah, that club really did me dirty the entire time I was there. But anywho, it was just nice to actually go around and see. I was craving some Nigerian fried rice and went to that restaurant. The price they called for me, I was like, for what? For how many scoops of rice, you guys? See, the economy is actually quite bad. Now we're on our way to the airport. Traffic. Hey, I was just like, I beg, make I shall not miss this flight. Ended up going to the wrong airport before finally finding the right airport. This trip was crazy. Missed the so my driver dropped me off at the wrong airport and had left, and there was traffic on that road. He couldn't turn back, so I ended up having to call an Uber to get to the right airport, and then there was traffic again. The lady wanted to pass somewhere else, and let's just say God cleared the road, because I was very like, I'm going to just get down and walk to the airport. But thankfully I shall go to the right airport, and I booked with Airpeace. Y'all, Airpeace really does not have any peace. I mean, hey, I think they really don't have any peace. They kept delaying our flights, and it wasn't even like they were giving us reasons why they were delaying it. I was supposed to depart at X time. I got to the airport. They had already delayed it before I got to the airport. I said, okay, yeah, we're moving the flight time to this, blah, blah, blah. Then after that, at the airport itself, nobody was saying anything. An hour later, okay, what's up? Where are we? Like, what's going on with our flight? Nothing. Literally nothing. No information. Just like, hey, there's some delay. They delayed this flight until it met up with the another flight that was supposed to depart for that time. And bro, this was like I think I spent almost 3-4 hours at the airport after arriving just for my flight. I got there probably past 3 and didn't leave until almost 7 o'clock. It was crazy. I was just so done. When you don't have vex in yourself again. I had zero vexation. Just listen to me rant here. My flight was for 3:20 and got moved to 3:50. Got moved to 4:20. They told us at 4:30 that there is a 40-minute delay. I stopped talking. Now it's 6:20 and they're just calling us for boarding. No communication whatsoever. I don't even know how to be. Somebody should be screaming because everybody's frustrated, and I can't even imagine people who are going to 21. I don't know what to say, to be honest. I don't know what to say. I don't. But this is a frequent recurrence. How do they talk? It happens a lot. But I know there's a line, so I'm just looking for the line to kind of go a bit, and then I'll go board. But yeah, I will see my auntie soon. Somebody was like looking at me. I was quite shy to record, but I did my best. Eventually, it was time to board. Finally, apparently, this is something that Airpeace does where they delay flights because maybe they don't have enough people on one flight. So they delay it so that there can be more people on the final flight. Maybe it's for some economic cost or whatever, but it's just not a fair thing to your customers and to not leave them with a reason. That airport was a mess. I was just glad to finally be boarding my flight, something that I was supposed to arrive way earlier because I knew that I had short time to spend and I wanted to maximize that time. But plans now have been derailed thanks to Airpiece, really. Anyway, we proceeded to walk into the flight, and I think this is the first time that I've walked into a flight without like the carriage by the side of it. So it was quite different for me. The flight was about 1 hour and finally landed, walked to the terminal to grab my luggage, waited a little bit to get the luggage and finally grabbed my stuff and headed out to go meet my uncle was waiting. So my auntie had no idea that I was coming in, had no idea that I was in Nigeria. I was just going to surprise her. But I told my uncle when I landed that I was in the country. So I eventually walked out of the airport. I was looking forward to seeing him. I see my uncle and it was such a heartwarming reunion. I was like, oh my god. I was like, Tim, is this you? I was like, it's me, oh, it's me. And then got into the car and we were riding to the house. So there was no light at home at the time that we arrived. That was a bummer, but we decided to make it work. He helped me, was recording with my phone and also using his torchlight because it was a surprise. I wanted to capture my aunt's reaction. And I'll let you watch the video, feel all the emotions, and tell me what you think.
There's no light. Where are they? They are asleep. They don't go to sleep. Jesus. That's Auntie Temi. Hey, God.
Why Auntie me?
You slept? Chichi? Chichi, who is this? Oh. You don't know? Hey, God. Is it for real? Is it for real? As in, hey, God. Are you serious? Yes, serious. Hey, are you for real? Jesus. Hey, darling, you're welcome.
She was so surprised. I felt so fulfilled. It was so beautiful. I couldn't believe. Of course, I was there in person, but I was like, man, it has been so long. I hugged her tight. I hugged the kid. The children were asleep, but one of them woke up and it was just so heartwarming. I was glad that she could smile. She was happy. She was like, what? I was like, it's me in flesh and blood. She was like, there's no way. Really? Are you kidding? She was just like, she's so overwhelmed. You never know what direction to go. She was just like, there's no way I'm there. And so I decided to like, catch up and talk about the entire plan and all of that stuff. But it was so heartwarming. I was so happy I was able to surprise her this way. But yeah, so that's how the surprise went. So next day was a Sunday. We're going to church. First time in Dynamis and also first time in an Igbo dominated church. So it was actually great. I enjoyed service. My aunts was just having fun dancing. It was a Thanksgiving. So it was really a time for people to come and dance and I'm not sure what type of Thanksgiving it was because I think they have different ones, but their department was having Thanksgiving. That's why the white and all the beautiful head attire. But it's a lot of fun. And then one thing shocked me. I'll show you now, guys. Wait for it. The goat. I was like, what? What's a goat doing in the church? Please, please, what? But apparently, it happens. My friend who lived in Warri was like, yeah, that's normal. I was actually very shocked. I was going to say flabbergasted, but that looks a little bit too intense. That sounds quite intense. But I was shocked that they brought all these things. Apparently that's what they do in the Eastern world. But yeah, this trip was actually quite good because it helped me to also immerse in another culture. So it was good. When they started, his name is Jehovah Iron Breaker. I see they were all like giving it. They were just dancing as like this their song. But yeah, church ended. It was beautiful. The next couple days were just bonding times with my cousins. Couldn't believe they were that grown. I was like, what is going on? My aunt has been a full married woman for 10 plus years. And that's because I left like a year after her wedding, almost a year kind of into her wedding or into her marriage. So she had just delivered her first baby. She was barely maybe 3 or 4 months, and I left the country. So I was just impressed. Well, not impressed, but I was just like, wow. Even if I don't want to believe that time has flown, time has actually flown. So these were 3 beautiful kids, 3 amazing kids, funny. We're really they're so excited to see me. I was very excited to see them, to learn more about them, to bond with them. It was a lot of fun. I really really enjoyed it. We headed to shopping mall just to see what they had. Did that for a few hours. Window shopped, got a few things. I had to relax my hair because I was heading back to Lagos and directly into my friend's traditional wedding, I believe. Yeah. Or I can't even remember. But I was supposed to head back to Lagos right away. And it's either I was landing the day before my friend's trad or I was landing on her trad wedding day. But yeah, anywho, I made it back just in time. This guy that was making my hair kept teasing me. I was like, he wants to marry me, yada yada yada. I was like, bro, please, just leave me alone. But it was good to get the Nigerian hair salon experience. Everyone was talking, multiple people doing different things. Some were doing nails and all that good stuff. But yeah, it was fun. Then this was our last night together. So we went to the park. It's Christmas period. Went to the park, saw the lights. They're having fun. Every time the kids just being happy just made me so happy. And I really, 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 really enjoyed this moment to just bond with them. And I think life is short. So sometimes you're like, okay, what's stopping me from doing this? I'm like, yeah, I would love to see them and just love to spend time with them. So they know that they have an auntie somewhere. You get. But yeah, it was good. I really, really, this filled my cup. It filled my love tank a lot. And I'm grateful that all of us are in good condition. God kept us to be able to see each other after so long. And I'm so thankful to God because it could have only been Him that, brought us thus far. Yeah, but that's it. And I was ready to head back to Lagos. So finally headed to Lagos for the trad wedding. I couldn't get clips of all our goodbyes and all of that, but I thank God for safety. I will see you guys in the next video, which is going to be the traditional wedding of my friend. Take care. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe.